My name is Dr. Mark Baldwin. I'm the chair of the Department of Internal Medicine here at PNWU. I'm also a former HPSP student and a former Navy doctor. I'd like to welcome you all here, and I'd like to ask you to please take a moment to silence your cell phones. Today's ceremony is being recorded, and a link for the viewing will be available at the PNWU commencement website following this afternoon's event. Welcome to the military promotion ceremony for Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences College of Osteopathic Medicine, class of 2024. Please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation and posting of the colors by the Central Washington University U.S. Air Force Color Guard Detachment 895, followed by the playing of the national anthem.
Please be seated. It is me. Thank you for joining us for this military promotion ceremony. It's a beautiful day for it, this Armed Forces Day. Now that we're all seated, we'll begin with Dr. Skandalis.
Good morning, families and guests of our military graduates. First, I would like to thank our musician for that wonderful rendition of the national anthem. Thank you. At this time, I would like to recognize all of our veterans, active duty service members, guardsmen, and reservists present today. You have gone beyond your citizens' duty to volunteer your lives and your livelihoods, and to answer when your country called, to defend the freedoms we enjoy every day. Would you please stand at this time? Welcome to the Pacific Northwest University of Health Sciences College of Osteopathic Medicine Military Promotion Ceremony. It is fitting that we hold this ceremony on the third Saturday of May. The date to celebrate Armed Forces Day is a day nationally to pay tribute to the men and women who serve the United States Armed Forces. I am Dr. Thomas Skandalis, Dean of the College of Osteopathic Medicine. We are pleased you could join us as we recognize 6 of our graduating students on the occasion of their military promotion. At this time, I would like to ask these students to join us on stage. Students, please take a seat. I do enjoy that part of it as a former enlisted guy, telling superior officers to sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, seated before you this morning are 6 graduating students who represent the best and the brightest of their generation. I believe their classmates also have those characteristics, but this group stands out. Their commitment, dedication, character, and patriotism are unquestioned and are truly inspiring to me. It is especially so because they are volunteering to serve their country during a time when our nation is still facing military threats abroad. I pray that they will never be in a combat theater, but if that occurs, wounded soldiers and civilians from both sides will be in the very most caring and skilled hands. We are very proud of you, and I know your families are especially proud, and as you have probably noticed, are justifiably beaming with love and pride. Please know that every person at PNWU has the utmost admiration and respect for these fine young doctors and officers, and it is an honor and a privilege to welcome them into our profession as colleagues. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our speaker for today's ceremony, Lieutenant Colonel Michael B. Moore, United States Army Medical Corps. Colonel Moore is a graduate of Pacific Northwest. It's my school, I should know how to say it by now. PNWU, how's that? He's a veteran with over 40 years of U.S. Army service as a non-commissioned officer, that means enlisted guy like me, warrant officer, and commissioned officer. He served in the infantry and aviation before entering the Army Medical Department as a medevac pilot in 1993. He then served as a physician assistant beginning in 1999, and in 2009 was enrolled in PNWU COM, and subsequently entered the Army Medical Corps in 2013. He commanded a cavalry troop in the 82nd Airborne Division, those are the badasses, during Operation Desert Storm, and commanded a medical company during Operation Iraqi Freedom. Now board certified in family medicine, Colonel Moore has spent over 5 years as a brigade surgeon and 4 years as a medical director. He is currently the outgoing brigade surgeon of the 5th Security Forces Assistance Brigade, focused on supporting and advising missions and humanitarian operations in over 18 different countries across the Pacific Rim. During the ongoing response to COVID-19, he served as the Chief Medical Officer for the Seattle Alternative Care Facility, aligned with the University of Washington Harborview Medical Center in 2020. Colonel Moore.
Thank you, Dr. Skandalis. First, before I get started, I would just like to say how truly honored I am that I was asked to perform this duty that I took on cheerfully to help initiate the future of family and military medicine here at PNWU. Honored graduates, treasured family, distinguished guests, I'm incredibly grateful to have been asked to deliver a few remarks on your promotion to military rank. When I think of the Medical Corps, I think of this quote from Winston Churchill. After his initial combat experiences as a young officer, Winston Churchill remarked, "The profession of medicine and surgery must always rank as the most noble that men can adopt. The spectacle of a doctor in action among soldiers in equal danger and with equal courage, saving life, while all others are taking it, is one that must always seem glorious, whether to God or man." After my personal experiences in combat, I can only echo those words. And I add my personal and heartfelt welcome to the glorious profession into the ranks of military medicine. Military physicians have a unique role. Certainly as a commissioned officer in the military, with all the attendant responsibilities and duties that this entails, you will have a great responsibility. Even more importantly, you will be the caretaker of the health and fitness of a command. You will pledge your life to the care of our great nation's sons and daughters. You will be the guardian of the lives of our nation's most treasured resource, the soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, guardians, and guardsmen that have pledged to place the nation's defense above their own needs and their mortal bodies between their beloved homes and the war's desolation. However, you will also be a non-combatant. Being a non-combatant does not mean that you are less of an officer. Indeed, sometimes being a non-combatant means that you must be even more of an officer, and you will be sharing danger and hardship, but not the combatant role. You will have to comfort, but also discipline. You will advocate for the lowest ranking. Sometimes you may be the only advocate for the lowest ranking and the most humble service member that comes before you. But you will be responsible to ensure that even the highest ranking meet military standards just as everyone else does in the military. This can be a daunting task, but I know that all of you are up to it. This will require depths of skill and character that will test the strongest of officers, the strongest of people. But I expect each of you will meet your duties with dedication and resolve. Friends and comrades, I do not have to tell you how perilous the times are ahead for our great nation and even for the world. However, as I look among you, I am reassured that we are in good hands, good hearts, good minds, and in good care. As you enter your internships, I urge all of you to take advantage of this magnificent opportunity for learning that will not come again. This will be the crucible of your development as a physician, as an officer. This experience will shape you as a physician. Use it well. Finally, I ask you to reflect on your oath of office. And many times we refer to it as the military oath, but this is the same oath that public health service officers take, that other officers in service of the nation take. It's not necessarily just a military oath. You will note that you pledge not merely to obey orders as a commissioned officer. Indeed, this is not even mentioned, obeying the orders of anyone above you. You pledge to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. This pledge distinguishes the United States military and makes it worthy of a great democratic republic. Discharge this duty well and carry out your orders. Godspeed. We are delighted to have representatives from the various branches of the military on stage to participate in this ceremony, including Petty Officer First Class, Fleet Marine Force, Derek Ward, U.S. Navy Medical Programs, Navy Talent Acquisition Group, Pacific Northwest, and Command Sergeant Major Dustin Bell, Garrison Sergeant Major for the Yakima Training Center. It is my pleasure to begin the pinning of our military graduates. Would the pinners please approach the stairs to the side of the stage? Congratulations, guys. Dr. Stenbells.
Thank you, Colonel Dr. Moore. The first graduate and pinners are Army Second Lieutenant Elizabeth Jans, being promoted to captain and pinned by her husband, Paul Jans, her father, Harold Hull, and her mother, Kathleen Hull. Congratulations, Captain Jans. The second graduate and pinners are Army Second Lieutenant Victoria McPherson, being promoted to captain, pinned by her father, Randall McPherson, and her mother, Francine McPherson. Congratulations, Captain McPherson. The next graduate and pinners, Army Second Lieutenant Michael Storch, being promoted to captain and pinned by his father, Todd Storch, and his sister, Julia Storch. Congratulations, Captain Storch. The next graduate and pinner are Navy Ensign Larissa Fisher, being promoted to lieutenant and pinned by her brother, Marine Captain Devin Fisher. Congratulations, Lieutenant Fisher. The next graduate and pinners are Navy Ensign Cheyenne Ron, being promoted to lieutenant and pinned by her wife, Andrea Valencia Ron, and her mother, Alicia Ron. Congratulations, Lieutenant Ron. The next graduate and pinners are Air Force Second Lieutenant Katya Kanayanitskaya, being promoted to captain and pinned by her father, Vyacheslav Kanayanitskaya, and her brother, Elijah Kanayanitskaya. Congratulations, Captain Kanayanitskaya.
Congratulations to each one of you. Graduates, please rise. Honored guests. You may take your seats. You have just witnessed two time-honored traditions of the military. As the new officers were saluting me, each one was handed a PNWU challenge coin. Challenge coins were initially used in the military to verify someone's identity to a specific group. Coins are to be carried at all times. And the coin you receive today identifies you forever with PNWU. The second tradition is that of the silver dollar salute. The newly commissioned officers received their first salute by our enlisted service personnel here today. After giving a return salute, the students handed off a silver dollar to recognize their first salute as an officer. I'd like to remind you that the oath of office will be administered this afternoon during the College of Medicine commencement ceremony. Again, congratulations to you all. Godspeed. Please stand for the retiring of the colors. Retire the colors.
I still don't know what a caisson is. I used to sing it, but, no one explained to me. We didn't have to play the other songs. The Army one is fine. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of the College of Osteopathic Medicine and PNWU, I congratulate you and welcome you to the military family as newly promoted officers. Family members are invited on stage following the ceremony to take photos. The platform party will also be available for photos. We now conclude our military promotion ceremony. Officers at ease. Congratulations.
Congratulations.